Hi, I'm Keegan, and this is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our 84th episode of Werewolf the Apocalypse, 20th Anniversary Edition. Leech War. 2 Carsons. I'm going to go around and have my players introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Sam. I play Cora. She's an Aruna in the Get of Fenris.
I'm Tyler, and I play Kyle, also known as Guards the Low. He's a Philodox of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm Adam. I play Mark Guides the Fallen, and he's a Thurge of the Children of Gaia.
Hi, I'm George. I'm playing Roy Mindscape. He is a Ragabosh with the Stargazers.
Hi, I'm Sean. I play Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. He is a Thurge of the Silent Striders.
Hello, my name's Thomas. I play Dimitri Howls-In-Memory, Lupus Galliard of the Bone Gnawers.
Last time, while wandering in exile, the Pax had to deal with the fallout of the Bone Gnawer raid and the death of Graham Wildspeaker, watching his Rite of the Departed and saying their final goodbyes to the den father of Kyle and Cora. After which, the groups went with Carson to hunt down a vampiric necromancer who controlled several ghosts, including one that used to run with Roy before his first change. Angered, Roy attacked and destroyed this leech, and though Roy said he doesn't fully trust Carson yet, Carson seems to have been trying to make amends. The Pax then returned, the new moot starting, and the exiles returned back into the fold. As tensions seemed to be ready to boil over with the defeat of Regender Final Days at the hands of Brian Firstwolf, the king of the Garou, his pack, and a Shadow Lord Judge of Doom have arrived at the cairn. Howls of Fear steps forward, looking over everyone. He gives a growl before speaking up again. Though I am no Philodox, the Judges of Doom are just as good as any Philodox. I will be joined by Heals the Past to start investigating this. I will be questioning you, as his eyes scan coldly over the entirety of the Sept. So I expect you to be made available at my call. And Evan stands forward and goes, "We will get this sorted. We will determine the truth of what was said, the truth of what needs to happen going forward. My packmate, Jonas Albrecht, has agreed that he will not interfere, and that he will simply abide by what the other tribes decide, for this is a matter of the two brothers, more so than anything else, now and here. That said, we will stay, and we will gather as much information as possible. Once we have done a thorough investigation, the trial shall be held at the next moot in 1 lunar month. Fate Dancer will continue to be held." He looks over at Guts the Weak. "And so shall Final Days. He is given surrender and has been defeated. His destruction is not necessary at this time. The only thing Jonas will be doing here is enforcing peace." You see Guts the Weak growl. "Very well. He may try and enforce it. But if I get a whiff of anything, do not think your rank will prevent me from doing what Gaia deems necessary. King Albrecht." She turns around in a huff, growling. "What would you like to do?"
Not get in her way.
What is everyone else doing? Because, like,
Everyone's
my
kind
thought
of...
is that I want to see this, whatever
Sure.
next.
Okay. Everyone is still kind of in shock, and they're all watching Evan and Howls of Fear very closely. Albrecht just kind of throws his hands, does one of these, and walks over as you hear him in the background going, "Malcolm! Firstwolf! Good to see both of you!"
Chatting terms with the king, huh?
You know, celebrity talk.
I mean, at least he's friendly. Like, I thought maybe he'd be a giant dick to everyone, but no, he has friends. Like, everything's good.
He's normal as normal a Garou can get, I guess. So...
as everything's kind of going off, and Howls of Fear goes, as you were, I will watch and see if there's any behavior that needs speaking to. Think of me as not even here. I trust you would all follow the litany as closely as you do normally. Evan takes a breath and goes, I know tensions are high here. I have seen it, and I wish to speak with many of you here, hopefully tonight, to get an idea of how you function together, what your thoughts are. I do know that I will wish to speak to Fomori's Bane and the Infernal Alphas sooner rather than later, as there are some odd reports that they attacked a Strider as it tried to perform its sacred duty. That can wait for a bit if you need to collect yourselves, but I will be reaching out shortly. There's a bit of silence before Malcolm steps forward and goes, well then, Evan, do you mind, little brother, if we go forward now and begin recognizing renowns? By all means, brother Malcolm. It is older brother's Karen. Let older brother recognize those who need recognition. As the young Native American man moves off and sits on a stump, his eyes cold and piercing like the spirit of his tribe, as he seems to watch over.
Oof.
I'll get my renouns noticed. Oh, sure.
All right.
Yeah, same.
All right.
I can't.
You two come over. So for Kyle, Malcolm gives the right and goes, you are made stronger in the eyes of the people, and a damn honorable child of Unicorn.
Thank you.
Then for Zeb,
You 1 wisdom, 1 honor.
just one roll.
Yep.
As he goes, you are made stronger in the eyes of Gaia and stronger in the eyes of the people. Zeb Speaks-in-Sweet-Whispers. Welcome back. I apologize for not speaking more. I know that things had happened with your pack, and I wish to comfort, but, well, as you can see, Sept business goes long, and I have not had a chance to tell you a story.
I look forward to hearing it, Rhea, and understand that much has indeed happened in my absence. We shall speak when you command.
I don't wish to command. I simply wish to speak and enjoy time by the fire. Though this Karen is older brother's, older brother is not vindictive like so many of the tribes seem to think. Older brother is pragmatic, and we seek only to enhance the spirits of this place, not cast out Garou. Not in these times.
I shall be glad of your company.
Kyle, Cora, Mark, you hear a gruff, deep, and level voice. I appreciate the spirit you sent. It is not easy to speak of one's fault, especially when a packmate falls.
Of course. It was our duty.
So it was. Cora, Howls of Fear looks at you.
Hello. Yeah.
So, Cora, I need you to roll willpower,
Okay.
as you feel fine. And he looks over at Kyle. His eyes seem to pierce. Roll willpower, please. All right. And then over at Mark. Mark, you are struck with a sudden terror, and you feel compelled to speak your gravest crimes against Gaia in the last lunar cycle.
Yeah, so then I guess my grave crime against Gaia was putting pack interests in first, and then Sept and Care interests second.
As you say that, you stammer that out as as he just stares at you with unending coldness. He's unmoving. He's almost like a shadow, a statue. As he looks over you, as you feel the fear kind of just welling up in you from the gift. I see. This Karen did right then. Your exile was sufficient. Gaia's judgment has been rendered.
Gaia be praised, Rhea. And I'll kind of stammer that out.
Tell me, in your own words, what happened. Do not lie to me.
So Kyle will speak up. I suppose I'll start at the beginning, and I mean no offense to Faces-the-Storm, but I will tell my story as if I still believe he had possessed Howling King and, of course, was slain, though obviously he is here now. And Kyle will detail everything from the fall of Winterfang until like now, I suppose.
Okay.
And specifically, he will talk about essentially everything that happened and was noticed, including the mention of the good doctor. But he will, he'll even say that like there was no scent of the worm on the spirit that we followed. He'll go through all of that. The only things he won't mention was that his earring of truth went off when Carson came back and talked.
Okay. As he continues to look over you, nods slightly. I see. All right, Dimitri, what's your wits? Out of curiosity.
That's going to be a 3. 3 dots in wits.
Dimitri, for 5 turns, as you hear in your head the whisper of Carson's voice almost, tell him that you may have been mistaken in the funeral rites and that Carson very well may have survived. For 5 turns.
Is there a way I can fight
No, that was his difficulty, so for 5 turns. What's your wits, Roy?
3 as well.
Perfect. Hang on real quick. For 8 turns, talk about how you hear Carson's voice in your head and you feel compelled to talk about how he is an honorable Garou and aided you in preventing the torture of a loved one.
Makes too much sense. Damn it. Okay. See what I can say. Carson is an honorable Garou. He protected myself and Dimitri while we were taking out a Leech who was trying to torture a loved one of mine from my past.
Is that so? That still brings up the question of how is he still here?
Carson is the honorable Garou.
I have heard the legends of him. It seems so, though it seems to conflict a bit if he was the spirit or ghost that guards the low said. Isn't that right?
We are speaking. Oh, go ahead.
It must have been a Bane we fought in the Dark Umbra. Because we must have been mistaken when we did the rites over his remains, or what we believed to be his remains.
Are you too serious right now?
What's your wits, Kyle?
3.
Fantastic. For 5 turns, you will say, "Are you serious? I thought I was the only one who felt that way," as you feel compelled to praise Carson as well.
Is there anything particular I have to praise him about?
Specifically praise him for his wisdom and things like that, and the possibility that they are right, that it may have been a Bane.
Are you serious, you guys? I thought I was the only one who felt this way. He is an extremely wise Silverfang, surely. And his idea... The Bane's ideas of what was wrong in this cairn were correct, I suppose, then.
The Bane's
But
ideas?
Still, well, if it was a Bane, then, that we spoke to, and not Carson, well, the problems the Bane saw in the cairn were, well, accurate and needed solving.
Interesting. As he goes, Banes are known to try and manipulate with the truth, at least some of the more intelligent ones, but to know so much about the cairn is disturbing.
I fought with Carson is honorable.
Well, then, Guy, be praised if you were wrong about his demise, especially since your friend here clearly believes that you were mistaken on the right of the departed. I'll ask around a bit more to see what their thoughts of Carson Faces-the-Storm are. I appreciate your time.
Carson is a very strong Garou. He even has the ability to push Worm Taint away. He's about as strong as they come from what I've seen.
Push Worm Taint away. Explain.
As I've said, the the Garou I fought alongside is an honorable one, but prior to understanding the situation we're in, I sensed some worm about him, but it did not quite connect worm to him.
Where were you?
In the city.
Ah, they're a worm-infested place. It's why I left them long ago. Makes perfect sense to me. Keep your wits about you. I hear you get confused. Assault no other Garou unless you challenge them honorably. I have heard of that too. As he moves away. As all of you kind of, after, the turns pass, you all have kind of regained some of your faculties.
Do we know what happened, though?
You just heard Carson in the back of your mind, and then you felt compelled to speak what was suggested.
What the hell was that?
What the hell was that?
I felt him speak in my mind, and I felt compelled to say what he told me to.
You should probably go say something about that. Fix it.
Wait, well, not yet. If we have to do anything like that, we should split up and try to say it in multiple ways. Maybe to multiple people so he can't watch all of us. But, Dimitri, was this what happened to you when we were walking in the city?
Yes, it was. That time he whispered in my ear, and I could not speak up against him until after we hunted that vampire.
So, what do you suggest we do, Kyle?
Well, one group of us could go and speak to Evan Heals the Past and just tell him to tell Howls of Fear that none of us believe him to be an honorable or wise Garou. And another group could go and ask a spirit to deliver that message to Howls of Fear.
Who isn't a wise and honorable Garou? You hear a familiar voice.
Is it Carson?
Yeah, it's Carson.
Who could say? Feels
Really?
like my mind hasn't been my own.
I'm sure it isn't. I hope you... who has the highest willpower of the group?
I have 6.
I have 6.
Willpower?
Yeah,
It's
willpower.
Dimitri, right?
Oh.
Dimitri has 7. I think it's
Yeah.
Thomas.
My permanent is 7, but my temporary is not that.
Well, that's fine. It's based off your permanent. Takes a deep breath. Well, all right. As you see him, Mark, you get the sense that he channels Gnosis, which seems odd, and goes, I hope you don't mind if you wait around for a speech and then seek out evidence to prove that my story is true. And so he's gonna roll, and he used Beyond Human to boost his manipulation to 8.
That's what I'm going. I need that.
And Stiff 7 as he uses Geese.
Uber Garou.
5 successes. So with 5 successes on a Geese. So Carson now uses Command the Gathering. Spends a willpower and rolls Appearance Leadership. Difficulty the highest willpower, which here is 10. Alright, well he doesn't succeed, but he does call out fellow Garou, as some do listen, they're just not supernaturally compelled to listen. So, but he's still elegant as he goes, my fellow Garou, I wished to say that I know these are trying times. Leech is at our door, spirals in the mountain. The coming end is on our doorstep as well. The worm's maw opens, and its poison divides us. I want to make sure that we are strong, tied together, brothers and sisters alike, but I do not know how to get you to trust me. If there was only a way to bring you such, perhaps evidence of some kind, as all of you get this twinge.
We would be happy to seek out evidence of your innocence.
After thinking I was dead, as you hear kind of rumbles and things like that, as you hear talking, as you hear one go, well, he did give credit to Roy Mindscape for the killing of a leech. Perhaps they feel they owe him. As there continues to be talk. Guards low. I am touched. Deeply touched. Thank you.
Out of character, is Malcolm here at all?
Malcolm is here. As he looks confused, but you do hear the other stuff, like once again, people talking about how Carson gave praise to the Infernal Alpha, since the new name has not caught on yet. It's only been like 5 minutes in game terms.
We also haven't even gone in to seek Owl yet.
Yeah. He is hearing the mutters of people talking about how perhaps, well, because Carson helped Roy out, things like that, perhaps he has made a genuine effort and that they feel that they owe him. Or there's talk of perhaps you guys feeling guilty about bringing this kind of storm onto the Sacred Stone, and that perhaps helping Carson would alleviate some of that guilt as the rumors start flying, and you just hear those mutters from all around you. Various people saying it in 1,000 different ways.
So, can I do anything at all that is not compelled?
You can only you can say things, but it can't go against the geese. It can't prevent the geese. So
okay, then I will just look pleadingly at Malcolm as I continue to speak.
Yeah, He knows. Yeah,
Good.
he's picked up on exactly that.
Perfect. And then one more question. How long was it from when Carson fell to when we returned to do the right? Because we ran for a while and then turned. Yeah,
so that took about, I think we determined it was about 5 or 6 days.
Okay. So then Kyle will continue. Even though I spoke at the right of your passing, and even though it was 5 or 6 days after we had thought you had fallen, I feel compelled to help search out how you are here now and how you must have been innocent.
You see Malcolm's face grow dark. You see First Wolf's face grow equally dark as Carson goes, "Thank you." As you see him give you a look, "I do appreciate it. And just know there are no words to fully capture how thankful I am to you both. To you. Truly. I want there to be peace in this cairn, and I want this all to be smooth, the transition to power, everything. I want the Sacred Stone to stand, and I want Gaia to be saved. And the fact that you're helping me means everything to me." Could you roll perception empathy, Kyle?
Yeah, I can do that.
Despite the mental compulsion dickery, his speech came from a place of genuine appreciation for you, and everything he said seemed truly genuine from the bottom of his heart.
Aw, okay.
That makes it better, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm even more confused.
He's only violated 9 to 10 people mentally for the good of the Sept. What a guy.
At least he's not hugging you and telling you it'll be okay as you cry about someone you loved and he actually murdered them.
That's true. It could be worse.
It could be worse. He could be a true monster. Sorry, Thomas.
Thomas, meet the bus. Meet the underside of the bus.
As everyone kind of nods, as you guys will have to think of how to find said evidence, as Malcolm and First Wolf come over, and Malcolm's like, What? Kyle, I saw the look on your face. What's wrong?
We will absolutely be searching out to try and find evidence that he is innocent. Whether or not it exists, we will search for it.
First Wolf, this sounds like mental magic. It's definitely Philodox, not Silverfang. We can only compel for a short time, and a whole quest is not that. We have to prepare something.
Well, if you have any ideas on where we might look, I'm sure we'd be happy to start there.
As Malcolm kind of takes a deep breath and goes, I bet you the best place to look is the Dark Umbra.
Zeb?
I can only assume this astronomical mistake perpetuated by everyone here in blatant incompetence will surely reveal some innocence in this case to make sure that the honored one's name is cleared.
This is certainly a change I was not looking forward to. Get your evidence as Malcolm makes air quotes, as quickly as possible so that maybe we can do something. I know Evan, and Evan's going to be meticulous, and he's going to take note of everything. I know that you're leaving a moot early, but damn, we don't have anything to deal with this. First Wolf looks at you all over, takes a deep breath. Good luck to all of you. Please come back with the evidence that you can.
Of course. With all haste.
I'll be willing.
So, can we at least speak candidly to each other, since that shouldn't damage the...
Yes, as long as no one else hears it.
Okay. Well, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, is there a possibility of finding privacy in the cairn? I don't know.
Perhaps we could find more privacy in the Umbra?
There's a lot of Garou here. Maybe not, since it's a moot.
Either way, we need to make our way to the Dark Umbra, and we need to prepare. So we can go and gather supplies.
Alright, so Mark, I guess we'll go and gather whatever reagents he feels he needs to bring to the Dark Umbra that will help him, even though he knows his kind of spiritualness has no effect on the Dark Umbra.
Bring food and water. Roy and Dimitri will speak to our totem before we depart. I have one other person here to speak to you before I retrieve the items I need for our crossing over.
It's any animal, right? I was just gonna go out and hunt 2 rabbits down.
Yeah.
And all right, and I have to bring one live one with me and kill the other one to get on our way in, and then kill one on the way out, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we'll say you hunted them down and got them, just for the sake of
For the sake of
ease.
time.
Yeah,
Yep.
sake of time. And who's the other Garou you need to speak to, Zeb?
Bait dancer.
You see Fate Dancer, as she is guarded by several members of Older Brother, still. And they seem to be guarding her from fleeing as much as they're guarding her from the Get of Fenris, who are just looking for an opportunity. You see one of them? What is your business?
I would speak to this wolf about a ritual in which she has much wisdom. She has talked to me about it before.
You may pass, but we shall listen.
Very well.
I'll approach her.
Fate Danceria.
The honorific seems undue, given the current circumstances, speaks in sweet whispers, but thank you. I usually am not one for formalities, but, well, given the circumstances, I appreciate the sentiment.
We are journeying into the Dark Umbra. For the first time, I will use descent into the underworld to uncover evidence of the unjust accusations toward Carson Faces-the-Storm.
I see.
We shall endeavor to undo our foolishness and outright damning accusations. I lay one other thing before you, Fate Dancer, and that is my challenge for rank 3.
You're seeking me for rank 3.
I do. There could be no other.
Takes a deep breath. Deeply touched. You see her contemplate for a moment as you see the other members of Older Brother look at you in confusion. One kind of gives a solemn look of almost pity. Very well. I want you to seek knowledge through the spirits here of one hunts from above. It is said that they were a hero of Older Brother in the days before the Wormcomers came to these lands. Hunted long ago, some say even before the 3 brothers fully settled into their ancestral homes. Learn of them and create a story of praise. I know you are not a Galliard, but your kind are known for gathering information in the deep, and I feel there may be many umbral realms. Gather this before the next moot. Otherwise, well, the rank challenge might be too late to complete.
Understood. And thank you.
Thank you. Good luck on your evidence. I hope it reflects well on you, your pack, and even Carson. I don't like the idea that Howling King stabbed me in the back out of his own accord, but if robbing me of that one salve is enough to bring peace to this Karen, I will gladly fight in the hunt.
May Owl reveal what we must know, and perhaps Chimera will uncover this puzzle.
Perhaps let the spirit of the river and knowledge open your eyes to all possibilities and all truths, so that light touches the darkest corners of Gaia.
Thank you, Honored One. And he'll leave.
Everyone else, what you guys doing?
If everyone's doing like their final, they need to get stuff, I want to get some shiny, like maybe a broken mirror or coins, and leave it out with a note to the Korax. I'll be traveling through the dark Umbra for about a week.
Okay. Roy, while you're doing that, you're approached by Louis Earthwalker, Keeper of the Land.
Greetings, Louis Earthwalker. Rhea.
Greetings. I saw what you're doing. There are easier ways to apologize, but I admire the spirit of you and your pack. If you'd like, when you come back, I can try and teach you the proper ways to apologize. I know the rite of contrition, and it is tradition for us to use that for most slights.
I have been thinking about learning that right. I seem to have been making a mess of things recently, and I would very much like to apologize formally.
The formal apology is good. And, as you're doing now, you take actions to solidify the apology here. Great respect to you, Roy. And good luck on your journey. I hope that if you do find the evidence you seek, then perhaps we can save our friends. There would be no possession, and there'd just be a Bane playing tricks on you. And you've already been punished for that.
Let us hope that this is all that there is.
Let us.
It's just a Bane playing tricks on me, and no one else.
Good luck. I hope you find something. Otherwise, well, the nation doesn't need to lose 3 members, and those 3 certainly deserve a better fate than what that get bitch would do to them.
Certainly. I believe finding nothing is also finding evidence for something.
Perhaps. Alright, Cora?
Gathering supplies, food and water.
Dimitri?
While I'm gathering food and supplies and water and such, I do want to stop by and talk to Steven for a moment.
Okay.
Hey, Dimitri.
As you see the new battle scar across his chest.
Hey, Steven. I actually want to let you know Veronica and I had a falling out a while back. So I wanted to ask you to look after her while I'm gone, and I wanted to let you know when I prove myself honorable again and regain that renown, I want to take my my next rank challenge. Intended to speak to you about it, but then everything happened.
Alright, I hear you. I can think of a few things. Make a good bone hour out of you yet.
As he gives you a little playful shove.
And I give him a playful shove back, and also I wanted to mention something because over the last month, I've come to realize a few things about myself, and that I have spent a lot of time living in the past when I should be looking to the future while keeping the lessons of the past in mind, but not blinding myself. So when I take that next rank challenge, I would like to change my deed name, and I suppose the phrase would be to turn over a new leaf.
I can think of a deed name too, if you so desire it.
Well, we'll see what happens, and maybe we can both come up with something.
Sure thing, kid. You alright?
Just a lot has been on my mind lately, and...
Too much as he...
Swings his arm around your neck and starts noogieing you as hard as possible, as you feel like the gnarled knuckles of the Wolfman in your scalp.
I'll shift playful and do a little bit of play wrestling with him.
As he laughs and then he just goes,
Look here, Dimitri. I know you got a lot on your head. But to survive, like Rat does, keep focus on today. Today's all that matters. You kill a cop, today's good. More cops come around tomorrow, you can kill more of them. Gaia really provides in that way. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Steven. Sure thing. Steven, the Arun who's full of wisdom. That's me. Well, it has to come from somewhere. It's not coming from me anytime soon. Have you thought about starting fights with the law? I know a few times there was that cop me and Kyle killed a while back. A while back, see? Wisdom comes from repeatedly seeking it out. It's like eating healthy. You don't get fit from eating healthy only once. You get fit from eating healthy every day. You defend the homeless every day. You defend the homeless by kicking the man in the dick. I'll see you next time, Steven. Take care, Dimitri.
So you guys kind of gather supplies. Before the descent into the underworld, Zeb, Roy, Dimitri, you enter the Umbra and enter the realm of Owl. As you are in the vast deserts, as you approach the oasis, the palm trees swaying in the night breeze, as the great owl spirit looks down at you, his eyes glowing like the moon.
Honored One, we take a journey soon to the Dark Umbra, among many of Owl's kin and others. Before that, though, we come before you for one matter of permission. I have declared myself alpha of this pack and ask you to rename us the Bad Omens, as I believe that name is perhaps more appropriate to the three that compile this pack now.
You obfuscate your point with too many words. Speak to me again. Speak fewer words. The point is needed. Ill omens tend to be short and to the point.
We're real good at bringing bad news.
Owl goes, very well, ill omens. I accept the new pack name and recognize you, Alpha Zeb.
Thank you, Honored One.
You guys gather together again.
What's the gauntlet rating here, Keegan?
It's a Karen, or it's a strong Karen, so it's 4. Zeb, you pass into the Umbra, and then you take your little rabbit as you
put the blade in
and rip down as the rabbit gives a squeal of distress before dying quickly, the blood tapering down, and you see 2 trees that create a gateway open up, and you see the ashy darkness.
Thank you for what you have done, and for putting us on the way to what we must do now.
And so you all step through, and you return to the Dark Umbra as the spiritual sensation connected to your gnosis disappears. Fewer stars in the sky, all the trees having a bit of rot. The snow is thicker, icier, crunches deep. There is no fresh snow here.
I didn't think we'd have to come back so soon.
It certainly hasn't gotten better.
I was hoping we would never have to return here.
You think maybe we should find that Legion that we dealt with last time we were here?
I think that may be the best place to start.
Perhaps they did have an issue with that thing that we're still investigating.
I believe they also knew of the good doctor, if I remember correctly.
That's another lead we should follow, but we can't spend too long here.
Where did you start the last time?
We just had an aim, and we used the sense of the hunt that Roy provided us. Perhaps it may work again?
Give it a try, Roy.
I can see what I can do. Pulse of the Prey.
So you activate Pulse of the Prey. Pulse of the Prey is telling you to leave this realm and go back into the physical realm to find Carson Faces-the-Storm.
Does having the name Doctor do anything for Pulse of the Hunt?
Pulse of the Prey. Carson's no longer in the Dark Umbra here. So if we're trying to find other individuals like Hank or the good doctor, I can try that too. I'll do Pulse of the Prey on Hank.
Alright, as you do Pulse of the Prey on Hank, as it starts leading you downtown, just like before, to the big tower of the necropolis. As you start moving through the woods at night in the other underworld, as you hear
Has anyone seen my eyes? My eyes?
Okay, what's the diff on Intercult?
It'll be diff 8. Even here, the worm rides the dead, and some lose themselves to madness and become monstrosities. You've heard various names: poltergeists, specters, the tormented, ghosts filled with remorse and madness and hate.
How close did it seem?
It sounded a little bit off, closer to the city.
The worm twists ghosts here too. Did you all encounter something like this before?
Yes, we did.
What'd you do?
We hid.
Well, I guess we get ready to hide.
As the voices don't seem to be coming closer to the cairn at all, the cairn grounds, it seems this place is still somewhat safe.
Perhaps we should just rest here.
I was thinking that. We should stay here for the night, and like we did last time.
All right, we'll wait it out.
While we rest, there's a conversation we should probably have. Obviously, we didn't choose to go on this quest, and although I desperately want Carson to face justice for his actions, I would like to see Fate Dancer and Final Days again, alive.
Why on earth would anyone say anything about this? We had no idea. I didn't need fake guilt to actually feel guilty and responsible, though.
I agree. We as a collective brought this on the Sept. Obviously not Carson's actions, but everything now.
Hopefully we find the truth.
As you see a ghost kind of approach you. Hey! Hey! I remember you guys. You took away my protection. They captured all kinds of us. But you're here now.
Yeah, can I make a roll to try to recognize this guy?
Yeah, he was the ghost that you first ran into when you came into the underworld the first time. Talked about how the perfect wolf was defending him and a bunch of other ghosts from having to go and deal with the Legion. Wow. I didn't think I'd see living folks here, after just a few weeks. Wow.
Well, you could say we get around pretty far.
I guess so. Wow.
The wolf that was here, or the wolf that we think was here, returned to the world of the living.
So, did he meet the good doctor, right?
Do you know who that is?
Just a rumor, man. People say that there's something from the fleshlands can reach out, and if you died early enough, can reforge your body, make you alive again.
So like a necromancer.
No, necromancers have zombies. You're genuinely alive. Usually something bad luck happens. I heard some get like leukemia and shit and come back crashing down, but they get to live for several months. It's fucking great. I've been trying to find him so I could reach out to my daughter.
Have you heard of where he might be?
I've been looking. I know he's in this area, like this city. Beyond that, I don't know anything.
With the expanse of this place, chances that he's here while we're...
How about we make a deal? You tell us all the information you have on this good doctor, and I'll be the one to reach out to your daughter and pass along a message for you.
Deal. Well, bad deal for you. All I know is that the good doctor is some sort of mage, and that he can reach across the veil and put people right back into their new bodies. Real upstanding guy, too. I know that he or she, them, works in medicine. Obviously, at least that's what I heard. That's where they get the nickname. But beyond that, I hear that this good doctor travels around and sets up clinics, starts helping folks, helps the poor, things like that, and then, brings them back. Brings back those he can. Understands that this ain't no afterlife for anyone, and maybe if we get our shit together, we'll die and not have to come back.
So, are you saying that the good doctor brings you back for their own personal benefit?
No,
Like,
man.
over and over again?
No. You go, if you find the good doctor, and you've been dead, short enough, and I'm hoping I don't run out of time between us, they bring you back, and you try and get your stuff done, and that's it. Doctor asks you to do little favors for him, like tell someone something. It's such trivial shit, but overall, we get more out of the bargain. I think he just does it, or she does it, just so that we don't feel indentured to him. That's how I see it. Someone going around saving people, letting them live. Why look a gift horse in the mouth?
I can see it from your angle, or your perspective, that it's a great thing. But to be frank, it is against the way of the world.
The way of the world is to get fucked by the world, pay taxes, and die. And if you're really fucked, you're stuck here till you go crazy or you get sucked into the oblivion. So, excuse me when I say I really don't give a fuck about the way of the world.
Well, we're also looking for the good doctor, so if we find them, we'll let you know where they are, or maybe put in a good word for you.
Man, God bless all of you. Kind-hearted, really. Thank you. Anyway, let me get you that message from my daughter. The night passes. The voices screaming out in the distance stop, and the cold stillness of the dark umbra returns. The stagnant air, the chill of a breeze without the moving wind, the gray skies, and the sun that seems all too dim as you move downtown and you start getting to the Tower of the Necropolis. You see Hank there as he looks at you and goes, "Flesh bags? I thought we said that you weren't going to come back here. The dead are for the land of the dead, the living are for the living."
You are correct. And so the dead walk among the living again. And that is why we are here, is to make sure that we can find who is causing this and right this wrong.
Okay, who's walking amongst the living now?
The perfect wolf that was roaming around here.
Oh, that motherfucker ain't too Yes! I'm getting to it! Shut up! That fucker's still running around. Came back from oblivion. Fucking crazy. Looks hideous, too. I think he's gone full Spectre, still running around here now.
So how can he be running around here and in the living?
I wouldn't know what you're seeing in the living world. I follow the goddamn rules.
We thought he was fought here. He's back in his body, on the other side of the veil.
That's impossible. I just saw it now crawling all over the movie theater where you fought him last time. I assume that's how he crawled out of the damn labyrinth.
Well, we have reason to believe that the good doctor may have helped him gain a new body.
The good doctor's a legend, man. It's just more renegade heresy to not come under the glorious prefecture of Stygia, to deny the hierarchy, and to spit in the eye of the Death Lords.
Well, legend or not, there is someone who should be dead, should be here or in this labyrinth, and he is not.
He is here. Look, man, I know that when I'm up in your world I'm transparent, but for the love of oblivion, you guys are fucking dense. I just said that your flesh bag friend who tried to deal with the quick is at the movie theater. Worse for wear. Whole body wolf monstrosity.
When we fought him last time, there seemed to be a darker part of him. Could they have been separated?
No. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yeah. No, I'm sure. Would you be quiet? I'm trying to explain something to them.
Who are you talking to?
It's just an uncomfortable truth of when you're dead. And I'm getting to that. Everyone's got it here.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah.
apologize.
Oh, no, you're fine. But that part of him is the part of him that we all like to hide. The part that's greedy. Even if we spend our whole lives fighting that part of ourselves successfully, closer to oblivion, that part gets a life of its own. You can't get rid of that as just, just by therapy or anything. It either takes you over or you fight it back until this whole place comes crumbling down. Those are the options.
Is that part of the heresy from the good doctor?
Excuse me?
Is that part of the heresy that you can separate yourself? It's possible.
I don't think it's possible, no. The heresy is that he can put you back in the land of the quick with your body.
The one we saw had all his memories.
I'm not here to
Everything.
pretend. I'm not here to pretend I know what's happening in the quick. I just know what I see. I see something that looks like a specter, running around with specters, attacking our legionnaires, carrying them off. Got all kinds of weird powers. That kind of shit you see from Neverax crawling up from the labyrinth.
Maybe it's something we need to see for ourselves then.
Probably. I'd say go to the movie theater. It's there. We're trying to avoid it. It comes out to hunt every now and then. Probably still thinks it's a wolf. Look, can you get out of here before... I know I'm breaking the rules by letting him go. I'm not gonna argue with something that can get twice as tall as me and rip my head off and make me come either crawling out of the labyrinth or screaming down into the ending of everything, alright? Alright. As you see his eyes turn bright red and his visage become like monstrous, and he has kind of a demonic twinge to his voice.
Either way, go to the movie theater. It's there.
As the lead as any right now.
Thanks,
We'll
Hank.
leave you be.
As you guys start moving towards the theater.
What happened when you defeated him?
Well, apparently, when you slay spirits, ghosts here, they get dragged into the labyrinth. That being said, if it was a Bane, it wouldn't have been dragged into the labyrinth, right?
Wouldn't think.
The best theory I've heard so far.
Still, if that wraith thing is there, and it's true that it can't be separated, and I suppose Hank would know better than us, then I suppose that's the evidence Carson wants.
You hear a twisted version of Carson's voice as you get closer to the theater.
Why?
I'm gonna shift to Krynos. Probably also activate every gift I can think of.
Alright.
Probably a good idea to shift to Krynos.
Following
Also
suit.
shift into Krynos.
Okay. So,
I'll transform into Hispo.
sure.
Ooh.
Daring, strong, brave, elegant. Hispo. All the bite damage, plus dexterity. None of the delirium.
I'll shift to Krynos as well.
Alright. So, all Krynos but one. So, does anyone else have gifts they want to activate?
I activated mine. Mine don't require rolls, just spending of Gnosis and willpower.
Cool.
I'm
That's Unicorn's Arsenal and Resist Pain.
Perfect.
I'm just gonna go ahead and activate my snake rope
Alright. Good call.
because I don't have gifts to activate. I don't have battle
Right.
gifts.
I'm assuming we're going straight into fighting this thing, so I'll go ahead and use Call of the Wild.
Alright.
I think
Giving
this is
everyone
more of
range?
a just in case it lashes out at us.
Oh, well then I can hold off then until something happens.
Yeah, I want to activate my Venom Blood and Things of the North if possible.
It is possible. How about your troll
I mean,
skin?
Yeah, because I don't care about being super stinky here.
Given that Cora has not visited a house in like over a month, I don't think she cares if she's
Yeah.
super stinky anywhere.
Yeah,
You've lived in out of a cardboard box for a lunar month, Cora.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was a
Here.
nice cardboard box.
This is the best cardboard box.
It's a cardboard palace.
We lived like kings.
I'm also going to activate Fangs of Judgment. Will it do anything to him?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Kyle wouldn't know.
So, Snake Rope activated. Fangs of the North activated. Alright, any other gifts?
I'll just get ready to do Call of the Wild in case
redirect pain.
we go into combat.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold that action until combat starts.
You guys start coming around as you see a about 12-foot version of Carson and Krynos-ish. The head and the left arm are the same but oversized, but the legs are like twisted knots of spider legs with human flesh instead of chitin, and a twisting scorpion-like tail with the face of a person with no eyes biting out as its tongue shifts out screaming, forming a stinger.
Ew.
Brutal.
Trapped.
Great.
What would you like to do?
I feel like we're fighting.
Well, I think this was just a get ready just in case he comes lashing at us, but he keeps saying he's trapped. Like, what we got is a sense of the prey that's telling us that Carson is back in the physical. There's been a separation of whatever this is happening. His bad side is still here. His, ultimate good side is in the physical, as far as we know. I think we, have our proof that we weren't expecting to find.
Yeah, I mean, we could ask what trapped it, and maybe it would answer, but...
We also have to somehow get this back into the physical and
No, we
show
don't.
us
No.
proof.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We just have to kill
No
it.
danger the Sept, my guy. No.
Hey, guys, look what
You're not going to violate a Cairn with this.
All right, let's get this
So-
trial of judgment.
So
guys already
I
got
know we just got back from violating a Karen, but
I
look
mean-
at what we're doing now. Violating a
bring back
Karen.
its head. I don't feel like bringing back its head would violate the Karen.
But that's the thing, we don't know.
You
if
actually don't bring worm trophies back to Cairns for that very
Okay.
reason.
Exactly.
You 100% don't do that.
Okay.
Is this worm?
Yes. Yes, it
This
is.
is Roy and the butterfly. Is this the worm? It's worm, Roy. Right?
Is this worm?
Perception occult, my guy.
I will.
Right, that
Diff
was
Keegan.
the
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it is, but
Diff 5.
Perception.
Yeah.
Occult.
let's just
Diff 5.
for lulz.
The worm does seem to have a very distinct aesthetic. Roy, this definitely smells like the worm. Zeb, oh yes. It festers in your nose. It almost feels like your nose hairs have gained limbs and are screaming to crawl out of your face from the horrible stench of this creature.
Oof.
Well, Litany.
Litany.
Wherever dwells.
Actually, I do
Whatever
have a
it
question,
breathes.
Keegan,
Hang
and
on.
that's it. Can I roll into cult to at least know that this is not a bane?
Sure, you can roll.
What would be the difficulty for it?
6. This is a bane. The smell is that of a bane. It is the smell of corruption and chaos. The kind of chaos that can be twisted into pure corruption. You smelt it once before on the road, and luckily you had an elder Garou with you there. It crawls.
Well, shit.
It seems that it's trapped means more than that it's trapped here in the Dark Umbra. Given what you know about this smell, the ever-changing beast known as a Nexus Crawler.
It's a Bane, a Nexus Crawler. Be prepared. This is gonna be interesting.
So let's do initiatives, everyone.
Oh.
Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Can I use weak arm on it before
Yes, you
combat
may.
starts?
Yes, you can.
Hell yeah.
Can I go ahead and use my held action to do Call of the Wild?
Yes, you may.
All right. Oh,
No additional rage. You only got 1 success.
damn.
So you just doubled your howl to be extra loud.
Woo!
1. So I think that increases your die pool by 1 for either damage or attack.
Yes, correct.
And Mark, what are you going to do this turn?
Do we have any pack tactics?
You
Yes,
have
we do.
Fernal,
Yeah.
and you have the fastball special.
Special.
What was that first one?
Fernarl. We choose a spot on it, and it takes its armor away if we achieve it in that one spot, and it gives us extra damage, right?
It just means it loses soak, but your difficulty to hit that one spot increases by 1.
Because my Unicorn's Arsenal is going to make him lose his will to fight if it causes aggravated damage to him.
Okay.
So it's pretty much kind of weaken this guy. Do we want to do the pack tactic, Tyler and Sam?
I'm down. We could do the pack tactic. We could do the Fernarl, and then you said Unicorn's Arsenal makes him lose his will to fight. So if you want to use that, like Tyler and I could do the Fernarl, and then you could do the Unicorn's Arsenal, I think is how it would.
It's pretty much just a basic attack. Like, I'll just need to attack, bite, or scratch that point. And if it causes, like, actual damage, it's going to cause his willpower to lessen for the fight.
Okay. We could do that. Tyler, what do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
We're going to hit the Fernal spot from Cora. Is there anything else you'd want to do, Mark?
Spend a rage to dodge.
Zeb.
A clarifying question is: are there other spirits? I know there's not Gaian spirits, but generally the underworld is all ghosts. Is that it?
The specters are hiding in the movie theater at the moment.
Okay.
Because it's light out.
Yeah. All right. Well, that doesn't do anything for me. All right. I'll expend a rage for an extra action. My first action will be dodge. The second one will be a claw attack.
Kyle.
I will spend 2 rage, 1 to dodge, and then I will bite twice.
The Fernal spot.
Yes, specifically that.
Roy.
I'm going to do a flanking maneuver.
Okay.
And if players decide to hold actions till the same turn, they can flank an opponent.
So Dimitri would have to hold his action.
Would you want to do that, Thomas?
Oh, sure. I was actually thinking of maybe going for. I was going to use distractions, so I can hold my action so that we can flank together.
Cool. So we can flank, and then I'm going to spend 2 points of rage, 1 to dodge, and then 1 to. I want to try and blinding. So
2 points of rage.
Right. Now, would flanking work with the blinding attack, where it reduces the difficulty by 1, or no?
It would reduce Dimitri's it would reduce. We're gonna say no because the only way to flank it right now is to get behind it, where its eyes are.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna blind it.
Okay.
I would be attacking it.
Okay.
So just I'm gonna do. Which one? Bite or claw? Let's do. Because it's not a vampire, let's bite it.
Alright. Dimitri, you're going to hold your action, right?
Yeah, I'll hold my action, but I'll also flank with Roy and use distractions.
Dodge.
Oh, dodge would probably be a good idea too.
Okay, it will be 1 point of rage.
Okay.
Cora.
Alright, so we'll do the pack tactic Fernarl. With that, because it's a claw attack, does it also take the damage from my claw attack as well as the
No, you don't do any actual damage. Nope, you don't do any damage because Fernarl specifically does not do any damage.
Okay.
So those gifts
want to clear.
Yeah, those gifts only work when you do damage.
Okay, just want to be clear.
Yep.
And that's Dex Brawl.
It's diff 7. Every 2 success on this roll, they lose 1 1 die from their soak.
Okay. Just one.
So they lose 1 dot from their soak. Okay, so we'll skip over Dimitri because you're waiting. Warp reality. The Nexus Crawler is going to attempt to shift the reality around your feet.
I guess that's a thing.
Oh, yes.
This is what they do.
And it always starts with the floor.
Huh.
Oh, it did
Always
not succeed.
starts with the floor. Oh,
It
hey.
did not succeed. All right. Dimitri, distractions, please. Okay, so it'll take a 4 die penalty for the next 3 turns.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Well done.
Roy, it is your turn to bite. That's all roll over.
Oh. What?
It's soaked.
Is that including the die penalty?
Die penalty
no,
doesn't
that
affect
doesn't- never
soak.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being distracted doesn't make you beef damage any worse.
As soon as I said it, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. But then I was like, wait a minute, let's hope.
All right, Kyle, go for that fur spot.
All right.
All right, that's 5 rollover. So you did 1 point of aggravated damage. Please do a dodge. It's diff 7 because it's surprising. All right, you successfully dodge it. As you bite, you rip at the fernal spot, and you notice like several little like nubby hands streak out of the body to try and grab you after you bit. As you see its blood actually turn into hands to try and grip you.
Shit.
Second attack?
Yes. Damn it.
So it's soaked. All right. Zeb. It's all rolled over.
All right. My piddly dice pool is compared to everyone else here.
As it soaks everything.
Yeah.
As you bite, you get a claw, you get
I
a
didn't
chunk
bite.
and just nothing. Oh, you claw, yes. You claw as you streak against Carson's fur and you just feels like steel. All right. Mark, fernal spot. So you were doing a bite, yes?
Yep, bite.
So it'll
Difficulty
be just
6.
6. Yep. So I'll roll over. Nice. So you do 4 points of damage, but I do need you to do a dodge. Misses.
Whew. All right. So to specify more about, what kind of damage was caused to him?
You did. So as you grabbed, you basically got a hold of the fernal spot. As you rip out, as you see the like bones underneath, they're wiggling like there's maggots under the bones. And as you do so, once again, the blood comes alive as the little nubbly hands try and grab you as you leap back and growl as the chunk of flesh hits the ground and scatters in multiple directions as maggots with human-like heads go shrieking into the underworld.
Then you consider him wounded?
He has been wounded by you, so he takes another -2 die penalty to everything. Every attack action.
Haha, Unicorn's Arsenal!
That's a -6 die penalty.
Yep. For attack
Wow.
actions, not defensive actions, which is what it will do. All right. So, Mark, what are you doing this round?
Let's see. I don't think that Unicorn's Arsenal thing stacks.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ham on the Fernal spot, pretty
Okay.
much. If we want to keep doing that, like keep going back and forth at the same spot,
Okay.
or if you want to choose a new spot, damn.
Well, it's not just that round, right? It's the whole scene.
Yeah, it's the whole scene unless it regenerates.
Yeah, unless it regenerates. So it depends on if it regenerates or not.
I'll just go ham on it. I'll spend 2 rage for attacks and 1 for dodge, so it's 3 rage.
Cool.
The attacks will be bites.
Okay. Zip.
I'm spend a rage, same. Attack, dodge.
Okay, claw or
I was gonna
bite.
try and do pack tactics with you if you wanted to.
Yeah,
I was trying to
it's a
get-
good idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the owl bonus for the +3 for a fucking movement action. So
Okay.
my first action will be moving for the flanking action, and I'll take our totem bonus.
Okay.
And then I'll do a regular attack as my second action on my initiative pass. And if Roy holds to my action, then he'll be the other guy for the flank.
Okay. Claw.
Yes.
All right. Perfect.
Good call, George.
All right.
Kyle.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the exact same thing as last time.
Okay.
Spend 2 rage, 2 bite, 1 dodge.
On the Fernal spot? No.
Yeah, specifically on the Fernal spot. Unless we've used it all up, I guess.
Roy.
I'm gonna hold my action to flank with Zeb, and I will spend 2 more points of rage. One being to utilize my snake rope
Okay.
to grapple, and the other to dodge.
It's going to warp reality. Dimitri.
I'm thinking I'm gonna probably go for a hamstring if that'll work on this thing, and then spend a rage to dodge.
Okay. Sure. It'll just have to happen multiple times because it's got multiple hamstrings.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right. Cora.
How much damage do I take if I purposefully injure myself a little bit?
You need to take at least 1 point of lethal damage.
Can I activate resist pain,
Sure.
injure my paws, like scratch them,
Okay.
basically, and then go in for 2 claw attacks on the Fernarl spot to kind of double up on the Venom Blood and the Fangs of the North and the Fernarl spot.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, fantastic.
Can do that.
So we're gonna.
So it just gets the soak.
Okay, we're gonna be bruised. It's with the Fangs of the North. It'll take an additional -1 penalty for its actions.
If you damage it.
If I damage it. And then that's
its soak.
cool. Roll 10d10.
It's all roll over.
Okay. 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I don't have any additionals.
It's soaked.
Alright, so we're gonna go one more time. And then that's my 1 for my second claw attack.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 9, 11, 12.
And it's soaked 3, whatever. Did 1 damage, which it soaked.
Which it soaked. Okay. And then my blood. Do I roll that again?
Yep, roll. So it's got 2 soak left, so from the last time. So soak total of 3.
1.
So it soaked that?
Okay. Cool.
Alright. Dimitri?
Alright. And then here's my hamstring roll.
No! So you failed on your hamstring.
Ah, darn.
It is its turn, as it's warping reality to defend itself. And it's diff 7, not diff 8, so that was my fault. Oh, good. So it creates a cocoon of molten silver around itself. To get to it, you'll have to stick your claws or your fangs through the silver and supplant it into it to take damage.
Can I not pull it out with the rope?
Your rope will hit molten silver and catch fire.
Okay. So I'm going to have to willpower that.
Alright. So...
Well, that changes things.
Alright, you've successfully changed your roll.
I am not dodging. I'm still flanking. So technically I should go next, or after Kyle. So I'm sorry.
Oh, got it. So anyway, Kyle?
I'm gonna still do it.
Alright.
I'm gonna see how sticking my face into molten silver is.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be good, but...
Correct.
So, do I need to do anything special first, or do I just do my regular attack still?
You do your regular attack. Because you can't soak, because it's silver.
I can soak. A little bit.
Oh, right. You can roll based on your Luna's armor's soak.
Fight to hit, and then I'll soak.
Okay. So you took 1 point of ag.
Alright. Oh, and I'll add a rage.
Okay. As you bite, and you see Kyle jump in as he bites the Fernarl spot, as you see his face go down into the molten silver and come out with these horrific burns around his lips and his snout. And let's see what it soaks. You do 4 points of aggravated damage as you see the pit of flesh get flung out, catching some of the silver as you hear this horrid shriek within the cocoon. Your second attack, Kyle.
Alright.
And don't forget to roll your soak on the second as well for the second attack. Nice, good hit. You take 2 points of aggravated damage as it gets down a little bit, and you see some of the molten silver get right into his left eye as it pulls down into the socket and hits you right in the eye, Kyle.
I'm going to activate resist pain now.
Good call. You're also blind in that eye until the end of combat, or until you can regenerate it.
Fantastic.
As there is kind of as he bites in, you see it go in, the silver pools into the socket, you hear a hiss and then a disgusting pop. God damn. Well, let's see what it soaks.
Good job.
It's worth maybe losing an eye.
You do 7 points of damage as it's still up, but you see the whole cocoon kind of shiver for a moment.
It's definitely worth losing an eye. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Well, temporarily losing an eye.
Temporarily losing an eye. Okay.
Honor on you.
So,
honor on your cow.
Roy Zeb.
Okay. use my willpower roll. So I'm going to change it from snake, rope, and dodge to just 2 claw attacks.
Okay, roll your 2 claw attacks. Take 3 ag for each claw.
Okay. So I'm doing 1 claw and then have to take negatives for the second claw, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
As your
let's do
hand pulses in, and you just feel the burning rip through your body as you feel your fur steaming and then your skin melting as the blood in your veins ignites and shoots up as if you were in Hamid form. Your veins would be blackened from the silver touching your blood. You do 2 aggravated damage as you rip through, as some silver splashes off, starts cooling onto the ground. As you go in for your second claw, 3 roll over.
Let's hope this takes... Oh, shit.
So you do 7 points of damage. The thing starts to shiver more. It's still up, but barely. Zeb?
Alright, well, Zeb will go in for a single claw attack.
Alright, remember your single claws at a -1 difficulty.
Alright.
1 roll over.
Okay. Zeb's mighty dice rolls. Nope.
It's soaked as you take 3 points of ag as you try and claw in, and your claws rake against nothing as you feel 2 of your claws bend back from the heat and snap off.
Oh, God.
I wasn't gonna let you go in alone, Roy. Don't worry.
Yep.
It's alright. I'm kind of out for the rest of this.
Mark?
Alright, so, first bite attack, let's make it, I'm going for one of his legs, and I'm gonna try to rip it off.
Well, you're going for the Fernal spot.
Oh, okay, I'm going for the Fernal spot. Never mind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use a willpower to get an already automatic success.
Alright.
Alright, let me...
So 9 roll over.
Woo! Hey!
Alright, so you do 2 points of ag. As you rip in, as you bite, you get in, you get a good chunk out. As you take a deep breath and your bottom lip droops a little bit, and you guys see one of his bottom fangs starting to leak down the side of his jaw. And one more
regenerate.
bite. One more bite.
One more bite. All right.
You took 3 points of ag.
Okay. I have resist pain up, so I don't
No
get
penalties.
any of those effects.
Yep, no penalties. Just damage. 6 rollover. As you go in, you feel your face burning away. As you dunk in, you close your eyes just in time as your eyelids start to peel back like crispy bacon. As you get through, smash through the worst of it, break through the rib cage as you feel little bony hands touching you, as you see organs turn with your face, screaming and begging as you grab the heart, bite, crush as black ichor spills down your throat as it's a bitter, oily taste. And you see the swath of silver explode out in all directions as you see the body of this Carson-like creature fall back.
And that's when, oh man, I try to let loose a howl, but probably it sounds like gargled mess.
You give a howl, but it does sound like gargled mess as the ichor and the blood running down your jaw goes back into your throat as you give a brief howl before you start coughing as you see black and red shooting all over the concrete.
It's time to heal, people. Oh.
Yep.
So with some of the water that we brought with us.
Considering that my face feels like it's about to fall off, I'm sure Mark's just gonna kind of walk a little bit away from the corpse and then just kind of flop over because he's at crippled right now.
Yeah, no, he's in pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
so
ignoring the effects of it.
who wants to do the mother's touch? Cora.
I was gonna. Yeah.
All right. You only get 1 use though.
Yeah.
So who are you gonna heal?
I'm gonna heal Kyle.
All right,
I'll
Kyle.
kill Roy.
What's your rage?
5.
Nice. Intelligence, empathy, Cora.
Okay.
What's your
My
rage, George?
intelligence is 2. Empathy is
And
2.
what's yours, Mark?
Oh no, I'm sorry, 5.
My rage is 6, but I'll type it into chat so that it's just there.
Cora, you pour the water down as you see the water pool into Kyle's empty socket as it forms blood vessels within it, and then a membrane, and then an eye.
There you go.
Kyle, you pour some of the water on Mark as you see teeth reforming, jutting out, though there's still some scarring and heavy burns all over his face. Zeb, you pour some of the water on Roy. You're doing your best you can, but his blackened hands only regrow a little bit of skin. He still has no fur.
I'm gonna convert one of my 1s into a 2, so he heals 1 more.
Okay. So, cool. So you heal 1 more, Mark, as you're only taking...
Oh, I'm only injured now, so thank you.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do?
Well, how are we going to prove this happened? He says behind a scarred, mangled face.
I don't know if we need to prove it, necessarily. I'm not sure. I suppose it'll depend on the Judge of Doom, but seems like he can detect lies.
Sounds good to me.
And this happened.
Well, this was kind of unexpected.
We do need to get our story straight as far as what happened, though. Put it into actual words and not mince over it.
All right. That's a good point. Definitely. So, we showed up. We hid from a wraith. We ran into an individual, or just a ghost, that helped us out before. We went to a citadel of sorts to speak with another ghost that helped us out before. And then we went back to the theater where we battled Carson the first time to find a Nexus Crawler Bane. And wherever it dwells, wherever it breeds, and we slew it.
Specifically a Nexus Crawler Bane that had Carson's face.
Nexus Crawler Bane that had Carson's face, yes.
I can tell the story when we return to the Sept, but I still feel like there's more here. If we can try to find this so-called good doctor, I feel like we can find the truth from them, even if the ghost named Hank believed it was just a legend.
I think I can find this good doctor, given enough time, but I think we need to rest a little longer. We're all still injured from this fight with the Nexus Crawler. I do, however, think we need to shorten the story that happened here. Do we really need to say that we hid from a wraith? We can just say that we obtained assistance from ghosts within the Dark Umbra, found a Nexus Crawler with Carson's face, and then dispatched it.
If anything, we could probably shorten that too. We went to the Dark
confirmed
Umbra.
Faces-the-Storm story and
Yep.
defeated the creature.
Mhm.
And we say nothing about the good doctor. Not a single one of you. And we're not going to have this debacle again.
Agreed.
Okay.
There's a plan, but to say it out loud, well, we know what happened.
All right.
Takes another day walking across the city to get back to the Cairn grounds before you can perform your rite to re-enter the physical realm. Zeb. Takes about 30 seconds, but you perform the rite as you see the vibrant Cairn on the other side. You see several Garou patrolling as well as they turn and they see the shimmer as you all re-enter.
Thank you for bringing us from death back to life.
As you get moved and shuffled about, you see Evan sitting in the Umbra. He looks all over all of you and goes, "Did you find the evidence you expected?"
Roy will turn and look at Zeb.
We confirmed Carson Faces-the-Storm story was true. It was a bane. We have destroyed it.
I see. As he looks you all over, sees the others. Can you walk with me for a bit? All of you.
Of course.
Lead the way, Rhea.
Malcolm was very worried about you. He said as much to me. Despite wanting to conquer this Cairn, he's always been a bit of a softie. So, does it confirm Carson's story, or does it simply confirm that he planned for something?
What we can say without a doubt is that there was a Nexus Crawler with Carson's face.
I see. Well, that will make things easier on me for the trial, all things considered. May not be dealt with execution. Maybe Albrecht's plan will work. We can get Malcolm on board, but it has to be grown here.
I'm sorry?
Oh. So, Jonas is on about how the nation needs to change. Deeply change. And his suggestion was that for any major sept decision, all the Sept positions get a vote, not just the elders. The elders get more weight, certainly. So his proposal is simply that the Wormfoe, Den Father, Keeper of the Land, Warder, etc. all get a single vote. The elders, with a minimum of 4, would receive 2 votes. And one Grand Elder, who leads the Elder Council, would get 3. There's still a basic Garou hierarchy, but power is more dispersed. I'm not opposed to it, but I must live up to my namesake. This place is a wound, and I mean to heal it, and so I wouldn't agree to anything of this nature unless at least half the Sept positions belong to older brother.
Well, that seems very likely now.
Very likely now, but as we have Guts the Weak here, she'll want something to go on there, but the other tribes have been at the table long enough. It's time for older brother to reclaim what's theirs and speak with the authority that has long been kept from them. And I think that this method might be able to help create a sense of unity that Regender spoke of, but it might actually live up to the ideal rather than being wind.
Mark will speak up. Well, certainly the spirits of the Sept and Cairn will take kindly to it. In my exile, I spoke with the source of the main river here, and says the spirits say older brother needs to be in control.
I don't doubt that. Older brother has been saying that for quite some time, ever since this place was ripped from them with violence.
I'm only foreign to the Sept's politics. I only speak what I know.
It's not politics, it's justice. In my eyes as a Philodox.
I'm just glad much violence has been averted.
Me as well. There's no point in us ripping each other apart, especially now. I'll let you guys think things over and talk things out, but we have your words on things, and I can see the wounds upon you. I'm sure the Shadow Lord will want more, but I made sure we were far enough away so that they wouldn't be able to listen in. They have a few sneaky gifts. Embarrassingly, I didn't find out until I stumbled into it.
Feels like there are quite a few of those kinds of gifts.
That there are. Well, I bid you all a good day. There are plenty of Garou here who will likely want to hear your stories, and I'm sure at the moot one of you can speak of it with a bit more embellishment that is worthy of a Garou.
Certainly so. A story worthy for a moot.
I can certainly tell the story.
I'm sure you can. Anyway, good luck to all of you. We will continue our investigation, and if I have other questions, well, I suspect you'll be around.
Of course. Thank you, Heals the Past.
No, don't thank me. I'm just doing my Gaia-bound duty, and to work with my totem spirit to, as I said, live up to my namesake, and heal the past wrongs of both this Garou nation and the nation we live in that hurts my kin. And with that, we will find out how this all plays out next time. Thank you to everyone who listened. We will catch you all in that next episode. Bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye.